If not, public should be heard.
Good evening, Paul Salvatore, 148 North Elm. Maybe I can get a clarification because sitting on a couple of boards, I see this happen a lot. Earlier we voted on the minutes from February 8th. I know Bob abstained because he was not here. I know Mike voted on it, but as I remember that night, Mike was here for the beginning when we voted on the T&D, but then had to leave to go somewhere. Is there a certain requirement you have to be at a meeting to be able to vote on it? Because there's times I've come late to meetings, and I often wonder, should I be voting or not on the minutes? So can somebody give me a clarification on that? If you're just here at the beginning, it's okay, or if you're here, I mean, how does that work?
I could guess the answer. I don't think you're looking for that. I'd be happy to look into it.
Okay, I'm just curious, only because I know I've come late to meetings, planning commission meetings, and I sit there, do I vote on the minutes or not? Because I wasn't here in the beginning when some of the stuff was discussed, but I was there for the majority of it. So that's one question I have. So maybe you can look into that.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
And the other thing I have is we now have a certificate of completion for the park, right, playground?
Yeah.
Was that required by the insurance company?
No.
No? So it's something that we're requiring to be done? Is that correct? Law? So we're requiring this. Will we require this of anything being done in the borough in the future?
Well, I don't know.
If there's a safety audit that kicks it out and says we have to do something, that's a good idea.
Okay. I'm just when people come in and they start bidding on these jobs, they need to know up front, have it ready for the end, so that will save us a little.
I know, but if you listen to the discussion about the safety audit, it was very specific to the findings of the audit. So the auditor is the one who recommended we get the certificate of completion. That protects us if someone, let's say 6 months from now, or God forbid, 2 weeks from now, gets injured on that new piece of equipment. If we have the certificate of completion, not only have we completed the work, but we have a certificate saying it was installed properly. So that dovetails or is kind of the final step in addressing the audit findings. So it really serves as a kind of a belts and suspenders. It's protection for us from liability as a municipality, but it also takes that last step with the audit findings to say not only did we do what the audit recommended, but it was done properly. So that's where the analogy of getting the sticker on the car applies, because you're not just getting it fixed, and your mechanic isn't just certified, but the work itself is certified up to a certain level. And that's really what John did. He got the certificate of completion saying it's now certified to that level.
That's because the audit required that we have that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Mike, raises a question in my mind. You mentioned earlier that Danny was going to come back and train our officers on how to operate that generator.
Right.
I know Danny's an electrician, but